listen, Jet fans can hate me. They think I'm a Jet hater, whatever the case may be. That's not a playoff team. That's a great defense. They made a great quarterback look less than ordinary. They were suffocating. The offense can't do it. And I'm not even going to put all of the blame, Don. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put it all on Zach Wilson. He doesn't have time. He doesn't have weapons other than Wilson and Hall. Lazard had one of the worst games you'll ever see a big-time player have. I mean, Osama dropped a touchdown. Awful. That's not a great offense.
Well, their offensive line stinks. And all the pre-snap penalties, I'm sorry, fall on the coach. We're going to have to, bring it up to Saleh. Again, penalties killing them. But there is no way in the world, guys, seriously, and unfortunately, the two teams that are in this boat both play in this city, where a 14-point lead is completely insurmountable. Once it became 14-0 with more than half the fourth quarter left, it was over.
It was over.
Over.
Wait, it was
17-3, 14-0, and 17-3.
Oh, then it went back to 14 again.
It got to 11 at one point.
Right, it was 11 at one point, went back to 14.
So they kicked that
but it felt insurmountable, Don, the first time.
No, listen, I didn't say anything to the guy. I let it go. Finish up the Knick game. I'm packing up my stuff, because we do a little back and forth with Pat O'Keefe in the postgame. And they're letting all the fans
go. By the way, big
go.
Knick win.
Big, yeah,
needed
we'll get
that one, and Randall was back.
Guy in full Jet garb, hat, jacket, jersey. I'm like, you're in the wrong building. And he's like, the Jets are going in for a touchdown. They're on the 11-yard line. I'm like, so? What makes you think they're going in for a touchdown? They live in the red zone. They don't score touchdowns. They don't. Did you see this stat? This will blow you away if you didn't see it. Over the last 5 years, here are the top 3 teams in games without a touchdown scored. Number 3, the Houston Texans with 8. Number 2, the New York Giants with 9. The Jets are number 1 with 16.
How much? Since when?
16 in the last 5 years.
5
games without a touchdown.
5 years?
16 times. That's an entire season of not scoring a touchdown.
I tweeted last night during the game. I don't know why I bothered to qualify with that. Watching this team play offense is so painful. The only team that you can compare to it is the Giants.
Right.
They are playing a brand of football right now. These two teams, it's unwatchable.
Well, that's the funniest part of all of this, though. Well, they're going to make the playoff. They might not. They're 11th now in the AFC. They have not lost a tiebreaker with the Chargers, a team that's most likely going to have the same record as them. They're an abysmal team. They're a great team. I thought that Troy Aikman had one of his strongest games ever. Yeah. He was just spitting truth. He said, this is a terrible offense and a great defense. And I can't say it any better. Their defense is absolutely superb. Their offense is terrible.
Let's give it up for the defense for a second. I mean, last night was not just a good performance. The Chargers did nothing. They basically offensively did nothing. Special teams gifted them a touchdown. Then you had Zach Wilson put the ball on the ground twice. Late in the game, another turn. Over and over again. It was never the defense, Don, that did it.
The other stat, that it sounds like somebody that really needs to go on a date that dug this up. But there are people that get paid a lot of money to figure out these stats. The Jets were the first team last night in the Super Bowl era to have 5 sacks, allow the opposition less than 200 yards, and lose by 3 touchdowns. Like, it's just incredible. There was another stat there, too, that just quickly escaped me. Like, they're doing – it's weird. When they win games, it's like, how did they do that? And when they lose games, it's, oh, my God, how did they lose? Because the defense is great. Now, listen, the special teams for the first time had the breakdown with the punt return, which you just can't have happen.
Because the punt was – he outkicked his coverage,
right, but,
and it was a little low.
But for the most part – they've got great special teams and great defense. It's not enough in this league. It's an offensive league. You got to score points. You got to score touchdowns. You can't ask your defense to shut the opposition down. They did a great job against a really good offensive team to give them plenty of chances to win that game, and the offense just can't do it, Michael. No, they couldn't even score a lousy token touchdown at the end of the game.
I don't want to go through the same thing again. We've been doing this since the summer. Peter and I have been on the same train. How do you go into the season with Zach Wilson as your backup quarterback? It's inexcusable. It's professional malfeasance. reasons.
However,
he's not a quarterback that's going to win in this league.
I am not going to sit here and spend a day. I don't want to take phone calls from people supporting Zach Wilson. I don't want to be known as the guy that supports Zach Wilson. Michael, it is what it is. But isn't last night kind of a reminder that it might not necessarily have been a panacea with Rodgers? It'd be way better, but your offensive line can't protect the quarterback. So would Rodgers eventually get hurt in another way? All the pre-snap penalties. Now I'm sure Rodgers would help with that too. But still, penalties are killing them. And why do they get off the slow starts? They never get, even in games they win, they spot the opposition points. Philadelphia scored on their first possession.
Always.
The Giants scored on their first possession.
And that's why I also, in spite of the fact that obviously Zerline's been great and generally speaking special teams has been good, you can't let them get up from yesterday because your special teams is asked at this point. You cannot allow them to get down 7-0. You do not have enough offense on this team to make a mistake like that. When they started in the hole like that, guys, come on, we all knew the game was over then.
But Peter, their offense is so non-existent, or if you want to say just so pathetic, that the other factors of the team, the special teams and the defense, have to be perfect. So, I mean, the defense allowed that one touchdown drive when they started on the 50. They can't allow it, and it's not fair. Their defense is amazing. Their offense is so predictable and so bad. And again, I'm not jumping totally on Zach Wilson.
No,
he was mostly bad.
No, he's awful.
He was awful. But you could say he was awful for many reasons, too. The penalties, as Don said, the fact that he has no time to throw, because when he has time to throw, he's got a great arm and he made some nice passes.
Mm-hmm. But can we, since you guys are both currently playing the role of sort of not beating up Zach?
Well, I beat him up enough.
Can I just throw out one moment that I have to beat him up on that just shows you're just like, what do you not... The play, when the play breaks down and he's clearly going to take off for a first down and decides at that moment to pitch the ball to Breece Hall when he had like 8 yards in front of him to just scamper for a first down. There's something that doesn't connect.
It doesn't
that with
fire.
Every other quarterback fires.
It doesn't fire. And that's really the difference. They all, if you've made it to the NFL level, they've all got big arms. They've all got ability. But it's the idea to be able to see it. Like, you could look at DeVito on Sunday. Like, yeah, he could throw the ball, but there were times guys are open for an instant. He doesn't see it, and then the play goes away because you got to fire. You have to fire immediately. It's not just physical. It's the mental part of the game, too. Also, the game was already over. They're down 14. They're close to midfield, I guess maybe at the 35, 40-yard line. I don't know if you remember, like, that last possession. He takes a 17-yard sack. Like, you were going to go for it. Throw the ball away. You're going to go for it. But now you can't go for it because it's 4th and 27 because you took a 17-yard sack. That killed him in the Giant game, too. How do you take a sack on 4th down? Just throw it up for grabs.
Don, wasn't it one of the field goal drives? They moved the ball down the field pretty quickly, and then on 2nd and 3rd down, he was sacked back-to-back and just killed. Yeah, it's brutal.
He can't operate in the red zone. He cannot do it. He cannot get a ball into the end zone on a throw. And the one that he did, Osama dropped at the end of the game.
That's the other thing,
Couldn't even get a cosmetic touchdown.
He's dropping there. Lazard's dropping passes.
Oh, Lazard's penalty.
The penalty. See, so and then Garrett Wilson had his temper. Well, the fumble, but then he lost his temper and took an illegal block to the back on the next play, and they end up. There's a lot going on here. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers would help, and as we look to trying to survive and stay alive if Rodgers is going to come back, and he hinted that maybe he'll be back in a few weeks, although he debunked that on McAfee. We'll get to that in a second. Or even if he's around next year. Guys, you want to win a championship, there's a lot of other things you got to clean up. So not apologizing for Zach Michael. I don't think you're apologizing for him either. And we can't kill the defense. The defense, to me, you can't play better because they're on the field all day. And as you said, you got to be perfect.
They may be the best. They may be the best in the league. But
this offensive line has got to clean things up, and the pre-snap penalties, and the not ready to start games. I mean, that was a huge, huge game yesterday, and it's killer. It really is a killer. Now they're still very much alive, but again, guys, how much better do you have to play to navigate through the rest of the schedule?
They're very much alive by accident. They should not have won the Giant game. They did. You can't take it away from them, but through the Giants' absolute ineptitude is why they won that game. They should have lost. They got outplayed. They got outplayed yesterday. Every single expert on ESPN picked the Jets. Everybody is drinking the Kool-Aid with this team. It's not a great team. It's not a playoff team. A great defense does not make a playoff team. And the offense doesn't have to be great. All the offense has to be is decent, not the worst. And it's the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah, well,
and Jet fans could call in, and I saw it yesterday too. Kay's such a hater. You got to stop him about the Jets. Look with your eyes. Stop being fanboys. Look with your eyes and see with the way this team is playing. And this team is absolutely dreadful. They can't get out of their own way. And you could blame Zach Wilson, but the penalties, that's on the coaches. The unimaginative offense, that's on the coaches as well. And one other thing. Aaron Rodgers, so great for the team. The two addendums to Aaron Rodgers being on the Jets, Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb, have been dreadful. And Randall Cobb was a healthy scratch. With a team that doesn't have that many wide receivers, Randall Cobb couldn't get on the 53-man roster. And Alan Lazard almost lost the game by himself. Those are the things that came with Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers better get back and lead this team to the Super Bowl, because right now, all of this is a mess. They're not a great team. They're not a playoff team. They're just not.
Yeah, Billy Turner's here too because of him, and he hasn't been good. There's a lot going on here, and it stinks because there's such a chance here. But this NFL, Cleveland's got a great defense, but their offense has been dysfunctional with Watson and out. And where are they? 4-4. Like, this is not the old days where the Bears can just have an okay offense and their defense was dominant, or even the 2000 Ravens. You got to score points in this league. But you got to do it. The Ravens score. Ravens have a great defense. They score points. 49ers have a great defense. They score points.
But at least Deshaun Watson is a legitimate quarterback when he's healthy.
See, that's the thing, is they'll eventually figure it out. He'll stay healthy and they'll score points.
Here's the question: is it time to replace Zach? Is it time to put in Trevor Siemian?
I don't know why you wouldn't give it a shot at this point. I guess they won't, Michael, because he's on the practice squad. He's not even backing up. So why even have the conversation when it's not going to happen? But why wouldn't you try something else to see if maybe you can get a touchdown? We don't register wins based on yardage. It's based on points, scoring touchdowns. They don't score touchdowns. So would I give Trevor Siemian a try? Yeah. But the Jets won't. He's on the practice squad. He's not. If Zach Wilson got hurt on the first play from scrimmage, then Trevor Siemian wouldn't be able to play. He's not dressed.
But you can get him out the practice squad and start him.
But why aren't you getting him off the practice squad?
I don't know.
Again, it's it was same thing with the Giants. Why is DeVito on your team? When we saw Josh Dobbs go out there, didn't start because he didn't know the offense, and then balls out and wins the game on his own.
Isn't it just another crazy thing, though? Like, how much of it is it about the team they're on and the systems they're in? Like, what is it? How could a guy like Joshua Dobbs, he was on a team that was intended to lose. They made him the starter. We all laughed. Joshua Dobbs, a couple weeks in, you go, that guy's not too bad. Now he got picked up by a team who's trying to have a chance. Why can the teams here not find someone?
Is it the arrogance of the coaches? Well, my system's too complicated for you to understand. You've got to sit there and watch film for 37 days before you can understand my genius. Or is it, you know what? Make a turn at the Jeep. Stop at the manhole, and I'm going to find you open. If I'm desperate to score points, why can't it be that simple? Just do it.
And also, good coaches can make it work, because I'll tell you what, the Vikings offense is complicated. That guy is like a guy who really knows how to manipulate defenses, and the guy came in, didn't even know the names of the players, and engineered a drive to win.
You know what? We need to win to save our season. You know, let's go out there and we'll figure it out. We'll get you to know the system later. Now let's just try to win. And also, Nathaniel Hackett, can you do something that doesn't involve Aaron Rodgers? Now, they tried a little something different. They tried to speed things up, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? So they tried speeding things up early, and still nothing, nada.
I was so angry watching that game, because this defense is championship level worthy. That's how good this defense is. To make that quarterback look so inept, and you can't put an offense that's even decent. How about this about how much the defense is on the field? This is according to Rich Cimini on X. The Jets have the lowest third down rate in 45 years, according to Elias. It could be longer, but their third down stats only go to 1978. They can't.
No.
They can't stay on the field. They can't pick up third downs.
It was because it was right after Vietnam, and they realized that, we're not at war anymore, so now we can actually write stats down. Pre-1978, nobody bothered to track anything, which is ridiculous. But anyway, and now you get in these obvious passing situations. They're just going to pin their ears back. And you know what's going to happen, Michael? You know what's next? Zach Wilson's going to get hurt. And also, were you thinking this, guys? I would not have played him in that final series. You weren't winning the game. They're pinning their ears back. You could see they're all just licking their chops to get sacks. Why am I having my quarterback get beat up? Why is he in there that last, just to score a token touchdown, which they didn't anyway?
I think that's what it was for, to give him some. They wanted to give him some confidence. But I'm sitting here right now. The phones, you know the number. I want the Zach truthers to call up. I want them. The ones that rip me for saying he's not. Oh, look, his completion percentage is 68%. He doesn't put the ball in the end zone. He doesn't get third down. Zach truthers, call up. I want to hear from you.
You know what the Zach truthers are going to do? They're going to piggyback off your comment that they're dropping passes, the offensive line stinks, and that it's not all Zach, which there's truth to it.
It's not all Zach, but it's a lot of Zach.
But also, everything kind of goes through the quarterback. So how much of these pre-snap penalties because of him? Because remember, when Aaron Rodgers came in, he was the one preaching to the guys about know my cadence. We can't have penalties before the snap. So how much is that on the quarterback? The drop passes, some of them are just awful drops, but some of them are not put in the right place. It always comes back to the quarterback, guys.